Hello and welcome to another episode of the Anime Lounge podcast. I'm your host Lance, here with my other host Matt. And today we have our other host with us, Tyler.
Yes, sir.
Good to have you back with us.
It's good to be back.
Every episode we like to share with you guys what we're going to be drinking behind the mics. And today I am going to be drinking some Green River Kentucky Bourbon whiskey. And I will have a Leinenkugel's BArrelman Ale on the side. What about you, Matt?
I am having the Jeptha Creed bourbon whiskey, and then having some more of the Three Sheep's Wisconsonitis. What about you, Tyler? You drinking something today?
Just drinking some twisted tea. Keeping it light and keeping it right.
Nice.
I think they say that about the claws, but okay.
Hey, it don't matter.
All right. Matt, what are we going to be covering today?
Well, after about 4 years and 100 episodes later, we are covering Season 3 of Fire Force. And not by our choice, it just took that long for them to come out with Season 3. I'm assuming this is Core 1? Yeah, this is Core 1. Yeah, let's go with that. They're going to split Core it. I'm not 100% sure when they're coming out with the...
Yeah, I haven't looked up when next core is coming out. Also, to preface, you mean 100 episodes of Anime Lounge podcast.
Yes, of our podcast. It's been 100 episodes. We're the only people that matter. Come on, 100 episodes later,
I mean,
it's us.
That is fair.
And then for anybody that is curious, Google AI is giving us the synopsis today because I am a slacker in more than one way and forgot to do a synopsis. So here we go with the Season 3 synopsis. It depicts Company 8 as outlaws fighting the White Clad to prevent the next great cataclysm. Shinra Kusakabe discovers the truth of the past, witnessing a world before the original Great Cataclysm, while also being separated from his brother Sho and captured by Ogun. The season sets the stage for the series finale.
Ogun's in the Fire Force. He's not white clad.
Oh.
Ogun's the black guy who shows up on the skateboard.
Oh.
And tries to save him. Fairy's the one that grabs him out of midair that can fuck with the heat to switch the gravitational pull. That's Fairy.
Okay, perfect.
That's why when you said Ogun, I'm like, that don't
no.
sound right.
Nope, Ogun's not correct. It is Fairy, so he is captured by Fairy. The season sets the stage for the series' final battle as Shinra works to refine his latent abilities and save humanity from the Evangelist. Yeah, that word. From the Evangelist's plans.
I'm just surprised you fucked that up, but you actually got Cataclysm right. It took you a few times off mic to get that.
I practiced one. Apparently didn't practice the other one.
Yeah, English is hard.
Words are hard.
At least we can say we're done trusting Google. Make sure you do your homework before the class comes, all right?
Yeah. Before we get into this, Lance will give us even more challenging things by helping us learn Japanese. What do you have for that today?
Today's Lance's lessons is going to be the Japanese word for underground. And underground is chika. Chika is spelt C-H-I-K-A. Don't confuse that with a Spanish girl. But you can at least keep that in your mind if you want to remember chika is underground. Use any kind of remembering phrases that you want to do with a girl underground. But yeah, Chica, relevant to today's episode because we go underground and find Mr. and Mrs. Boyle down there because that was a very interesting mini arc.
I have strong feelings about that.
It lasted all of 2 minutes. It was the most awkward interaction ever. Just like, yeah, we abandoned you. Here's our new family.
Yep.
Fuck you.
Yeah, that'll be a very...
Strong feelings.
Very look forward to conversation.
Two flying fucks about it.
Right?
Well, Arthur doesn't even know what up is at the moment, so...
Yeah, right? And with our next portion, kind of doing things a little bit different. Not in a good way.
Yeah, I'm a slacker. I'm sorry, guys. For anybody that is really looking forward to the manga mentions, life got in the way. We'll put it that way. And I did not get a chance to read the manga, so we are just covering the anime today.
Boo.
Yeah.
You suck. Just kidding.
I suck. I know. I am sorry, everybody. I promise you it was not the easiest choice.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Hopefully for the next core / next season, whatever they decide to turn it into, we can be well prepared for that one.
Yeah, maybe I'll cover both. We'll see. Maybe I'll read the whole ending. Yeah, so let's get into some anime talk because, well, that's all we got today. And I want to bring out my strong feelings because I had already talked about it. Just fucking Arthur's parents.
Yeah, let's just jump right into that conversation.
God damn, they suck.
Yeah, that one had a lot of feelings and a lot of comedy and just a lot going on with that. And this whole little mini arc made me really appreciate like that minor character, that kid that Vulcan always travels with and brought up because he was bringing on all the obvious points, and it was kind of funny in a way.
Yes.
All right, so what's your strong feelings there?
His parents fucking suck.
Oh, for sure.
They even talk about it. So you didn't want to bring a child down into the nether, but then you had a family and brought children into the nether? Like, what kind of bullshit is this?
Yeah, such ass backwards logic going on there.
And then, of course, his dad has clairvoyance. Like, what?
Yeah.
Makes
random
no sense.
seer. Do you guys think that his clairvoyance seeing ability is some form of fire abilities?
I have a feeling there's some fuckery going on with that because they knew a lot of information, and I don't know how much I believe of it.
Yeah, right. Everything is really too close to be coincidence that he's got everything right on the nose.
No, I think it's gonna be just he's some random person that has clairvoyance, and we're never gonna see him again.
Yeah, it's just gonna be anime logic. Like, oh, here's a cheat code to make everything make sense, and
I'm gonna look into my hat and see the future. Fucking bullshit. If you can't tell, I dislike his parents.
Oh, for sure. But it was very interesting to come out with the tip of a rocket for Arthur's new sword.
It's in space. Sure.
Well,
it's in space.
They had to make the journey down into the nether somewhat have a story based around it. I mean, you pick something, and it was a little bullshit, but if it helps the story, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, at the same rate, I would almost kind of expect this type of bullshit to come out of like a 1980s RPG game anyway. Because you just randomly run into your parents, and then they give you a very important item to continue the storyline.
I mean, that's essentially what this episode was. Oh, that's what Arthur believed it was anyways. So.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying all that. I just love the idea that he was turning that entire arc into a video game arc.
I will say, the mangaka was very clever. I have very strong feelings about what happened, is all I can say.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So let's get into it. Just, man, having to wait, 4 years between season 2 and season 3? That's insane. Can you imagine, like, other shows trying to do that?
Oh, yeah, like Chainsaw Man. And there's a handful out there that definitely waited its goddamn time.
I got my tattoo of Benny on my arm 2 years after season 2. Here we are 2 years later, and we're finally getting season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Wild.
Yeah, it was probably awesome seeing, what they call it?
Moonlight Mask Man. That's Benny. No, it's not. It's Moonlight Mask.
I love how fast that completely got foiled. And like he's like, all right, screw it. And then he just goes into a battle.
Like, it just showed, because, I mean, I've said this in multiple podcasts that of all anime, Benny's one of my top favorites. And to learn that he's got even more on top of what we've seen in the past seasons is just insane. The fact that he can control, I don't remember the distance. I forgot to write down the distance. I think it's 3 meters. But the fact that he can control all fire and heat within 3 meters of his body.
Yeah, that's pretty
like he just 5 of the white clad, just nothing, just stood there, just deflected it like it was fucking nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Another one of my favorite comments about Benimaru is when they're in the underground and they're traveling on the motorcycle, and then Joker was talking to Shinra. I was like, do you think you can beat, or something along the lines of him being stronger than the captain of Squad 1 and everybody else? And then Joker's like, even Benimaru? I was like, no, accept him.
Mm-hmm. I've always thought, even through the first 2 seasons, that Benny was probably one of the strongest captains.
Oh, 100%.
Because I'm trying to remember, because it's been fucking over 4 years, because he can create with one eye and destroy with the other, if I remember correctly.
Well, create and control.
Create and control.
Yeah.
Which is insane, because usually almost everybody's got one or the other.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, he's unique in that situation. To give a recap, because I re-listened to our last episode, the generations, first generation is basically the Infernos, the human combustion.
Yep.
Second generation is controlling fire, and third generation is creating fire. And then there is speculation that the pillars are like a fourth generation, but it's what they were talking about in the anime. That I don't think that's like written down canon.
They do have special, like, extra special abilities, so I guess you could kind of say, like, Benimaru would more be considered, like, a fourth gen. Mm-hmm. Shinra would be, like, a fourth. Like, all of these, like, super special type pillar-esque ones would be fourth gen just because they go above and beyond normal third gens.
Actually, now that I think about it, we made a comment that we were talking about conscious Infernos being, like, a 1.5.
Yep.
So I'm going to spark a little bit of a conversation starter about Shinra being a fourth gen. Don't get me wrong. Anybody who knows anime knows Shinra is one of the strongest in all of anime. Not diving that deep. He's not special because all he's doing is just compressing his fire to move faster. That's the only reason he can disappear into particles is because he's moving faster. He's not like Sho that can just pause time.
Yes.
So like
I can add to this.
So, like, to me, I don't think he's technically fourth gen. He could just move that fucking fast. So, I don't know. Like, I if you guys can kind of understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I would and that in that his pillar powers are what gives him the ability to go above and beyond.
Yeah, because without that Adola link, he can't do that.
Right. And you can say that for everybody else with, like, Fairy who can flip gravity and stuff like that, and Sho being able to essentially stop time. So their Adola links give them that.
But Sho was able
difference.
to do it at the end, and he even said that he doesn't have the blessing of Adola right now. And he was still able to pause time and disappear.
Yeah, so I wonder if
I think it just might increase the potency of their abilities.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because Shinra can move quick, but with the blessing of Adola, he can move faster than light, therefore why he can see back into the past.
Which, I mean, is still not something any other fire user can do.
True. That is true, but it's not an insane ability.
The concept's simple.
The concept is simple, but like compared to like Sho where he can just freeze time, that's fucking insane. But then you have Shinra who's just compressing his heat to move faster.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong, still insane the fact that he's moving faster than light.
So he just has the worst fourth gen ability.
Okay, but it also baffles me. How can you go back to the past because you're so fast but not to the future?
I mean, he might be able to.
I know the
he probably can.
The science behind this is if you can move faster than the speed of light, you can see the past. If you can stop time, then that's when you can see into the future.
So realistically, then Sho can see the future.
But his thing is stopping time. Like you got to move space around you. Oh, see, now here's the same deal.
It's this anime, if you think about it, brings way too much fucking physics into it. Some bullshit.
It's very, very sciencey. As much as I can say through all the sciencey podcasts that I listen to, like say you're a million light years away, and if you can move faster than the speed of light and travel faster than those light years have been able to move, theoretically you should be able to see back in time. But now to move into the future, which I'm pretty sure is theoretically like you can't go into the future.
Yep.
Because like I was saying earlier, you have to essentially stop time, and the only way to move into the future is if you yourself become timeless and everything around you becomes full of motion, and that way you're stuck in time, and then when you wake up, you're in the future.
You have to freeze yourself in time. Time continues, and then you go fast enough backwards where it looks like you saw the future.
Exactly.
Which isn't what's happening. Which isn't what Sho's doing. But
he freezes.
He's
time.
freely moving. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just because Shinra has the worst of the fourth doesn't mean it's not a fourth.
Yeah, because we can talk about like the literal final scene where Shinra is waking up as a whole different character.
Yeah. What was it? 3 months later? Was it? Yeah.
He moved into the past 250 plus years ago.
Yeah, but when he came back, it was 3 months after the incident, and the fifth pillar was up.
Oh, I assume this was all in the past.
No, when he woke up at the very, very end, when he had the blonde hair, That was 3 months after the incident where that happened with the Titan Infernal out in the water.
The Guardian, yeah.
That was 3 months later after the 5th pillar just came up.
Okay,
Wait.
Like I said, I assumed that was 250 years in the past.
Yeah, I was thinking we were in the past.
No, because right at the end of maybe it might have been, because it didn't really specify, but I could have swore it mentioned 3 months later, and he's like, there's already been 5 pillars, and like the episode ended.
What I thought happened was he went all the way in the past before the initial Great Cataclysm, and 5 pillars had risen to that point. So it's getting close to, but it hasn't happened yet.
So what me and Matt were thinking was this is what happens
250 years
250 years ago after the first cataclysm happened, because
before the first cataclysm.
look, that's going to throw me off because the pillars were only a thing after the cataclysm, right? No.
The pillars are
the pillars need
catalyst.
to cause the cataclysm.
Okay, so yeah, so what we're speculating at this point is this is all happening before the Great Cataclysm. This is working its way towards it.
Yep.
And the 5th one has been emerged. So
Yep.
now we're going to see how the first one happened so we can prevent the second one in our current time.
Essentially.
Right. Which is going to be interesting because if we're going to assume that there's going to be 8, we're going to run into like 8 brand new fully powered guys, perhaps?
Yes.
Or is this just going to be...
I think that was just an initial to get the first one going.
So there's going
Because-
to...
Sorry, I apologize. Because as they kill it, I have it in my notes what Fairy said right as they were killing the Guardian Infernal. I don't really think it was an Infernal because it looked more like a construct, like a robot.
Basically, yeah. He's Inferno-esque, but yeah, I don't think because all Inferno. I mean, we can talk about this too, but like all Infernos are essentially doppelgangers.
Yeah, because they finally explained that basically the only way spontaneous combustion happens is when the doppelganger
takes over
the host body.
Right. So yeah, it'd be very interesting to make some kind of connection between the giant Guardian being some form of a Inferno. I just think maybe it's
of it.
Do we have all 8 of our current pillars confirmed right now?
Yes.
Like, what if there's a pillar? What if one of the pillars can create these guardians? Not exactly sure.
No, all the pillars are there. We have to remember that the sister...
Sister Iris.
Yeah, sister.
Iris.
No, not sister. I'm not thinking of Iris.
The old lady?
So,
Samiri.
The vibration lady?
The vibration one.
She's like not the initial pillar.
She was the
She's
5th pillar.
Was she? I thought that she was the 3rd.
Amaterasu was number 1.
Yeah.
Then the rabbit dude's number 2.
Correct.
And then I thought the old lady was 3.
I think she said 5, but I could be... Let me find her, and it'll probably say which one she is. But that sister is the one who... She's from 250 years ago.
Yeah, which is crazy. I'd like an explanation on how she can live for so long.
She can just vibrate her age away.
She's the 7th pillar.
7th pillar. Okay.
All right, so I just pulled up a list. Amaterasu's number 1. Actually, this isn't in order. Amaterasu is one of them. Haumea is
Is 2.
Sho.
Sho is 3.
Shinra
It's 4.
Inca
It's
is
5.
the
Sumire.
future seer. Nadaku is the 6th pillar. Nadaku can create claws made of fire from his hand.
Yeah,
he can
that's
also...
the little boy from season 2.
Oh, it's been a minute.
Here, I'll show you a picture of him.
He can also create multiple rings of fire.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
okay,
the kid
little
that
boy.
gets saved. Yeah.
Number 7 is Sumire. And number 8...
That's a spoil.
That's
so.
a spoil. I'm not going to say it. So I was right. We do not know the 8th one right now.
Okay, pause audio. I want to know who the 8th one is because they said in this season that they found all pillars.
Continue.
All right. And so without spoiling anything, technically we do know who the 8th is. The only hint I'm going to give you listeners is that we found out during the dragon battle. So I'll leave it at that.
Just watch closely. It is quick.
Yeah. Probably watch it 2 or 3 times.
Unless you got quick eyes and you catch it on the first time.
Yeah. So we know who all 7 are at this point.
8.
Sorry. 8.
Only been saying we know 7, don't know the 8th.
Yes.
Last like 2 minutes.
Words are hard. Okay. I already
It's
established
a good
this.
thing it's a number, Matthew.
Numbers are also hard.
English sucks.
Yep. I'm dumb. I am proof that a degree does not make you smart.
A decree?
A decree. Yes, a degree.
A decree this is some bullshit.
All right. So, I guess because we talked about the fight with Dragon, I guess that's what you're supposed to say because it's Japanese. Right? Dragon. Yes, that's what it is.
But yeah, it's Dragon. You can just say it.
What'd you guys think of that? What'd you think of that fight? What'd you think of Arthur's heroic and not so heroic entrance?
That fight in this season made Arthur one of my favorites for the season.
Oh, for sure. I was so happy for him.
He was so fucking badass. Like, he just hears like Obi and they're like, Obi? And he just slices the building apart like it was nothing. He's like, he's there. But he tried his hardest, got mollywopped, like had to get saved, but like it was a flashy fight from him. And I love it. He's like, where were you? And also just flashback to him eating shit in the tunnel. I fell off my steed.
So perfect.
Like, he's just like the perfect break of like seriousness and comedy. Like, he's like the perfect like all around character, but everybody knows, like, even though he's an airhead, you're not going to win without him.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, you need him.
Yes. I definitely thought he was going to be the next pillar. I thought they were going to make him super important.
Definitely could have seen that. Re-listening to our last episode, we conspired that maybe Arthur was going to be Shinra's guardian, but at this point in time, after continuing season 3, like, I don't think he's going to get a guardian. I don't
think he'll get a guardian, but he kind of already is in a way, because they will defend each other.
Yeah, they're partners.
Even though they fucking fight like children, that they really are, and they're a very good team with each other.
Yeah, definitely. I will say, on my first watch, back in when this season first got launched, watching Dragon kind of transform into a dragon, I was like, oh man, this is starting to turn into some anime bullshit going on. But I had to remember, he's a pillar. Of course, he's got to go above and beyond. So I was definitely accepting it a lot more. Especially,
is Dragon a pillar?
Dragon's not a pillar.
Oh,
Dragon's
no, he's
a guardian.
Whoa, which makes it even more crazy. You're right.
He's just a broke-ass fucking infernal. That's what he is.
Yeah, because they did make a mention. I'm pretty sure they said that he was like the strongest.
I mean, he is. He took how many shots from Benny and from Arthur and was untouched.
And the lieutenant was shooting lethal shots at him for the entire battle, and everything was perfectly deflected.
Okay, on Hinawa's fucking shooting. Like, yeah, he hit him in the chest 3 times, hit him in the head 3 times, nothing. Didn't even scratch his skin. Can we just talk about Gold just getting wrecked by a shot? I think I rewatched it 5 times.
Oh, definitely.
I was like, ha, bitch.
Stop
that one.
That scene was probably hands down my favorite scene, is her just getting dome shot so perfectly.
She's already got a target on her. Just aim for it.
Yeah, exactly. That was so beautiful. Did not expect that at all to be that like gruesome, but
no, because normally he shoots to disable. He's never really shot to kill.
Right.
Well, he is an outlaw now, so
yeah, so he doesn't care about.
I live on the edge, but then again, he's ex-military.
Yep.
So like, he's used to that kind of stuff, anyways.
Mm-hmm. No, because he didn't double tap.
But then again, most of his fights were against other fire companies.
Yep.
So that's why he was shooting to disable, not to kill. Where this is like one of the very few times outside of like season 2 or season 1 or 2 when they're in the Nether that he was actually aiming to kill.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that would make complete sense. Then, yeah, I was not expecting that. I was just like, oh, shit. Okay. As far as Dragon is concerned, he, according to the wiki, he is a 3rd-gen pyrokinetic commander of the White-clad destroyer. So basically, he's the commander of the fighting force for the White-clad.
Okay, so he's not necessarily a guardian.
Yeah, he's not necessarily a guardian, but they're basically a guardian for the White-clad in general.
Yeah.
And so to speak.
He
doesn't just have a pillar to himself.
Yes.
Well, what other fucking commander do you want that's fucking bulletproof, can take hits from some of the strongest people, and then just literally shit on everybody?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this big fuck around of a fight, and Arthur losing, and now with him getting his brand new sword, so looking forward to the rematch. Gotta happen. There's no other way that this anime or the story can continue without them having a rematch. Because if anyone else gets pitted against Dragon and they're the ones that take him down, I think
oh god, Arthur's gonna want to kill them. Shinra takes him down. Shinra's dead. Well, nice knowing you, bud.
Yeah, so this rematch is gonna be real fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that is going to be Arthur's like defining moment. Is going to be the battle between Dragon and him.
Do you think he's going to go into battle actually dressed up as a knight this time instead of it just in his imagination?
Well, hold on though, kinda, because he did spawn a cape of plasma.
Ooh,
So
that
you
did
never
happen,
know,
didn't it?
because he could, inside the heat of battle, just end up generating a whole suit of plasma, because he did generate a cape of plasma.
Right. So with his training under Benimaru and getting the what's that insane power up that they were calling it?
I can't remember, but it's basically like the equivalent of like true power or some shit
Yeah.
like that.
So
Their ultimate move.
whatever the phrase is right now, we'll think of it later. Maybe that's gonna be his he's just gonna have an aura suit and it's just gonna make him that much better. A true knight.
Yeah, because the plasma cape is what helped him survive one of the blows.
Okay.
But that came out in the middle of battle, because it's the first time we've ever seen it. But then again, through the training and the 4 years of off season, you never know if like something could have happened off scene.
Hysterical strength, that's what it was called.
Yeah, pretty much, because he's basically in a I fuck up, I lose kind of situation. So he's tapping into his potential that he won't be able to, like any anime that's going to take a shit ton of training to do. He only tapped into it because of the situation he was in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a feeling no clue, down the line, he will tap into that power. And I have a feeling he might generate either like a partial suit or half suit or a full suit or something like that out of that plasma.
Yeah.
Especially with him having this new sword.
Right. And if we're expecting the next cour/season to be the finale, I would like to see it go 100%. Like, just make him godly, let his imagination go wild, and have one hell of a fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm getting spoiled. We'll just put it that way.
Don't spoil too much.
I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm just spoiling myself at this one.
If you would like to share with somebody, I am fine with spoilers because I'll still watch and be excited for it.
I will say I get my wish. We'll put it that way. Where Arthur and Dragon will fight each other again.
I mean, that's kind of a given at this point.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Arthur has plot twist.
Like Bakugo.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Let's jump into favorite characters besides Benimaru.
Well, I already talked to you about mine. That was
Yeah.
how we got on the Arthur fight.
Oh yeah,
So-
so you're gonna choose Arthur?
Yeah, Lance, what's yours?
Okay, yeah. Besides Benimaru, I mean, Benimaru had like one awesome scene this entire time. We had a lot of great focus on Arthur. I would choose him to be my favorite of the season as well. Matt, do you have a different one while I can think at this point?
Oh man.
Like, if we had to go a little off kilter, like not any of the fire station, fire station 8, I'd probably go Fairy,
Fairy was definitely
because that's
interesting.
some busted ass fucking powers.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even remember exactly how the fuck he explained it, but the fact that he can manipulate everything to where basically his body's just not there.
He was describing how atoms are attracted to bigger masses, and he can use his Adola to control those masses. So that's why he can flip gravity. So if you can flip gravity to his will, he can move at extreme speeds depending on...
Where his body's
difference.
pretty much like an after image.
Yeah.
Which honestly is fucking insane.
Yeah, just in general. Just being able to control that perfectly.
And even like Sumeria, the fact that she could just vibrate her body that fast.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Where, what's his name? Literally touched her arm and his clothes shredded.
Yep. The freezing, the dude who can freeze flames.
No, it was the other guy.
Oh, it was the other guy?
It was the other guy.
His
I
partner?
can't remember. Yeah, it was his partner. Because he's the one that told him to back off because he kind of had it figured out.
Mm-hmm.
And because he jumped up behind her, was going to hit her, and then literally just barely touched her, and you could see his clothes just ripping apart when he hops back.
Right. Yeah,
Yep.
so she's definitely going to be interesting. Do you guys think that we're going to get like an actual battle out of her? Or do you think like
I have
something
a feeling
stupid's
we're
going
going
to
to
happen?
have like a all-out battle.
Like a war?
Yeah.
It's going to be one giant battle with multiple side battles.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling it's going to be Hibana versus her.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that would make sense. She's going to want her revenge on all her other sisters.
Yep.
Yeah, that's got to be reserved for her.
Yeah, we're gonna go with Hibana just because she was a fun one.
It just fits in the story.
Yeah.
It does.
She was able to figure everything out, at least with her what happened within her childhood, and she's the catalyst to kind of help Company 8 when it comes to understanding what's going on. So I really liked her. Just kind of, I thought it was really cool where she was like, her using her heels to be able to tell the vibrations in the ground. I thought that was really cool. It's like, oh yeah, no, that's true. That can happen.
Another really cool sciencey thing.
Yeah, because she is just like Station 8's Victor.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like she's the exact same, just has boobs and is a fucking asshole.
Yep. And likes to step on guys.
Masochist.
Masochist, yes. Was it Mount or from My Hero. It's the one the seduction one.
Miss X. Yeah, can't remember her name right now, but the black suit, very sexualized.
Yep,
She
that one.
tears
Black-
her suit
black
for
hair.
abilities.
White suit can intoxicate others.
Men.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got to go that far. Yeah, kind of similar, not quite the same, but yeah, that one's definitely it.
Oh yeah.
Lance, you give yours, and then I want to give a shout out just to another character that I thought was.
Oh man. Let's just go Haumea. She definitely brought in a lot of interest, especially in the beginning of the season, with her suffering and whatever the hell she's doing.
Yep.
With all this suffering to do whatever kind of summoning, whatever ritual she's doing.
I don't know if it's so much summoning. I know it because we saw a glimpse of it. Because when she was sitting around like the circle with everybody, and it looked like she just had pure pain on her face because she can read people's minds, was just having so much come in that it's relevant to something that's to come. But having to hear all of that at once, I could definitely understand like the pain and suffering through it, and maybe where she is like a place for her to calm down, that maybe like it just silences everything around, like in that area to where she can't hear like the voices or some shit.
Professor X's like helmet.
Yeah,
kind of
right.
thing.
Just shut up the noises all around you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of equivalent right there too. She's got her crown on and he's got a helmet, but the crown helps her.
Well, all of them cover their eyes.
Right.
They
so never
do,
mind the
but
crown.
you never see hers.
Correct.
A lot of the other ones you do see, and I have a feeling is so she can focus on her powers instead of relying on sight.
Fair. That's true.
Yeah, her more specifically. Re-listen
Because
to her
like
last-
Arrow, like most of the white clad, they have their face covered, but they'll lift up their mask to show their face.
Mhm.
Well, her guardian doesn't show her face either.
His face.
His face. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm thinking of
Charon or
Sharon.
Sharon. I'm thinking of the girl with like purple hair. That's got her like hair over her eyes.
for Inca.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't really seen it yet because she's only been on screen time for like 45 seconds.
Fair.
But I have a feeling she'll be relevant next season.
Mhm.
Yes.
Next core, because it literally, like, this one ended with Inca. So
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's going to be, she'll be more relevant next core.
Mhm.
Yep.
Going back to Inca and her future seeing abilities, she said that Shinra was going to fall in love with her. Do you think she was playing with them, or do you think there's going to be some reality in that? Remember, she can only see absolute futures. That's what she said. So if it's
Their eyes glow when they use their abilities, and when she said that, her eyes were glowing.
yeah,
So maybe it's true and not necessarily probably fucking with them, but that doesn't mean it's in this life.
right. So what I'm thinking is Shinra will fall in love with her, but
Has to kill her.
Inca is really excited about her death. So I think she knows that the Great Cataclysm is going to be spoiled, and she's whatever about that. So I think Shinra's going to love her and then be the one to kill her, and then whatever we want to play around with that.
Because like, how do you guys see? Like, I'm not really sure how I see the end of this season, where she's kind of guiding him to go look in the past,
right? Like she's
I
helping.
don't like she's helping. Like she didn't come in with like bad intentions or anything like that. Like it was almost like she was an ally in a way. Like that's the kind of like vibe or feeling that I got out of it. So I don't know if she's fully on
That's what I'm thinking too.
on their side about it.
I'm kind of sad that we're expecting this next section to be the end of the series, because I would like to see Great Cataclysm 2.0 happen. And then they like
The survival / rebuild of it.
right.
So I think what's going to happen is the Shinra is going to stop the Cataclysm.
Right.
And that's going to be the end of the series. It's
Yeah.
basically all the white clads are going to die.
Right.
Or they're either going to die or give up and be like, oh, I only did this because of this. And that's going to be the end of the series.
And what's also going to be interesting with it, because obviously anybody who's watched anime knows that Fire Force is what breathes Soul Eater. Soul Eater is the same world, just later. So I wonder if the end of this show, they're going to kind of try to tie that in maybe?
Yeah.
I thought it was the other way around.
Yeah, I don't remember. I have to rewatch. Soul
I'm
Eater.
almost certain. So I have never watched Soul Eater, so like I don't 100% quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure Soul Eater follows Fire Force.
Okay. Yeah. So if the Great Cataclysm were to come to a stop, and then we get into the Soul Eater world, like that kind of gets rid of the fire generations, and fire powers just kind of go away because this god goes
because
away.
like if you remember, they said that before the first cataclysm there was no powers.
Yeah, there's no human.
It was human life.
Yeah, like us human life. I don't know about you guys, but it kind of
It
bothered
was
me.
fucking weird.
It bothered me so much that they were showing so much like human photography at the end of that episode.
That mind fucked me so hard.
Yeah,
Like I thought I was in like a fucking horror movie from like the 80s or some
right?
shit.
That
Like,
background
and then
music.
like the constant eye, and I'm like, all right, this is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like I'm getting like
they dragged it on way too long. If that was like a
quick
5
glimpse.
to 10 second clip, but no, that thing
was like
dragged.
That was like
2 minutes.
30. Oh, I was gonna say like 30 seconds.
It felt like 2 minutes.
It felt like forever. It was.
And then he
enough to
wakes
fuck
up with
me.
blonde hair, like at 3 reasons for more of a mind fuck. And his ear was pierced. I'm like, what the fuck happened to you?
You know, it turned into some. It reminded me of Tokyo Revengers for a quick second when he
It
went
did.
blonde hair.
It did.
Fire Force is a prequel to Soul Eater.
Okay.
Okay, so I was right. So that's why I'm trying to figure out how, like, maybe at the end of this, they somehow tie it into where their powers become relevant. Like I said, I don't really know a whole lot about Soul Eater. I never watched it. I think maybe like the first 2 minutes of like the first episode. But like, I get the premise of it.
Mhm.
So like, I'm wondering if they try tying that in or if they just leave it to where, you know, it's same world. This came after this. Shit evolved.
Sure.
I do love that more Google AI. It says Soul Eater comes first. Oh, chronologically in the fictional verse, but it is a prequel to Soul Eater. And basically it says that the events of Fire Force create the Soul Eater world.
So I'm wondering with that, then maybe the Great Cataclysm does happen
To a degree, yeah.
to a degree
Yeah,
to where it
because
changes up how everything works
The first cataclysm essentially changed like
into what it is today.
our basic human world to a world of powers, and then another cataclysm turns into the world of Soul Eater. Sure, I can go with that.
Yeah, because they don't have fire powers. They just have powers.
Yeah, through weapons.
Yep.
Yeah, now this makes me want to rewatch Soul Eater. I think I've only seen the first season of Soul Eaters.
I have to watch it.
I've only watched a handful of
Yeah,
episodes.
it was good from what I remember. Definitely needs to be rewatched.
I feel like it'll be dated.
Maybe, but it would be nice to make the comparisons after we finish the series and then
Yeah, absolutely.
just watch it on the side.
One person that I want to give a shout out to is Captain Obi
Oh, for sure.
and his just flexing the bugs
He
away.
was flexing for like an hour. Like he's just going to town just to shoot the bugs off of him.
I do have one nitpick. So in the episode or two prior, they were talking about how like a very specific bug was going to be the one to turn Obi into a potential prodigy or whatever.
Mhm.
And then during his flexing thing, they just threw on like 3 or 4 more.
Well, yeah, he destroyed the first one, and so they're like, oh, fuck it, we're just going to use them all.
Right? So it's like, screw that plan, which kind of sucks because they did spend a second like explaining or prepping for that. And
Yeah.
then they just said, screw it in the end, and then maybe one of these will work.
Well, yeah, they had to try something. He flexed his way to safety.
Yeah.
And then I love the reference to the calendar.
Yep.
When they took off all their pants. They're like, oh, yeah, we do this every year. They're like, you make a calendar?
People actually buy those things?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just
We could find this. We do a new calendar every year. Lose your belt.
Yeah, it kind of loops around to like, which is nice, like our one and only episode of like etchy stuff with Tamaki being in her underwear.
Yeah, just the angles of the...
It didn't take very long.
It didn't take too long, but it was the one and only time because season 1.
I mean,
was
she was in
loaded.
it. She was in it in episode 1 when she was fighting against
the intro
Smokey.
to the season.
Yeah, and then I was like, it was like 2 minutes in. I was like, well, she's already naked. Didn't take very long.
Well, yeah, they got to remind people of why they like the show to begin with.
Like, that's the worst thing when anybody's like, what's a good anime to watch? I'm like, Fire Force. It's a little slutty. Like, it's good, but it's a little slutty. If you can get past the fucking girl always being naked for some reason, it's pretty good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I had one of my coworkers, her and her fiance were talking about watching. I'm like, it's good. There's a lot of fan service, but there's fan service for women.
Yeah, that too.
And she's like, how? I'm like, I'm not going to spoil it. You just got to watch. She's like, if you don't mind fan service, you'll enjoy the show. And she's like, all right. And she's like, I know what you're talking about now. I'm like, yep, that episode is hilarious. I know 100% what you mean. You got to be very careful when recommending Fire Force because it's a very thin line between it is good, but immediately you got to say but because you can't just tell.
It's automatically a warning. I'm like, it's a fantastic anime. There's a decent amount of fan service.
Yeah, they got to remind people why they like it after 4 years. So that's why the fan service happens within the first 30 seconds of the episode.
More fight scenes.
Yes.
Captain Burns versus Shinra.
Yes.
I thought that was very interesting. And I love at the end, Shinra made a comment that, like, Burns never, like, dodged or avoided attacks or anything like that.
It's almost because he did it because of, one, he was so focused on his prayers, which he follows the logical reason for God, which he did. He followed what he thought was real because he saw the evangelical.
Now you can't say
I'm fucking struggling with it.
Evangelist.
There we go. Since he saw the evangelist, that's why he switched sides. But that entire fight, he wasn't dodging because he was trying to push Shinra as far as he can to save the world at the same time. That's kind of how I got out of it. Because at the end, he was praising, not really like praising Shinra, but basically saying like, you are the hope of the new generation. So I have a feeling he did it on purpose where he had to follow his religion, but he still knew it was wrong to a point.
Right. I was going to say, like, the only other thing is, like, to push Shinra to prove that, like, what Shinra's doing is more right than what he thinks.
Yeah, that's basically what I was thinking, is that he is whose belief, whose faith is, I don't want to say more correct because that's not the right adjective, but that's essentially what it boils down to, is who is correct. Mm-hmm. Whoever can win this battle is the one that's correct.
And also, I don't think Burns is dead.
Oh, no, he real dead. He got stabbed right in the face.
Yeah, but then he disappeared. You never saw him die.
Well, yeah, he got pulled out by the doppelganger.
Yeah, they just disappeared. But that's not to say, like, he didn't have the power to just kill him. And it's fucking Burns. I mean, the dude literally just stood there taking shots from Shinra and how fucking fast.
Yeah, I was going to say, because that demonic balloon bubble thing exploded at the end of the battle. Does that mean, like, his doppelganger took over and we can see him in the future? And, like, he'll be, like, a conscious doppelganger? Like we saw in, like, season 1? If you think he's still alive?
Like, I think he is because, again, we didn't see him die. He just disappeared. Obviously, we know he was stabbed by the doppelganger because it was missing the same eye that he was missing and all that shit.
Yes.
But you never saw him, like, just die.
Yeah.
But that's just, again, my theory on it. I have a feeling he'll be back, whether it's as the doppelganger, where he's just an infernal, or he kicked its ass somehow on the borderline brink of death.
Right.
But it was fun seeing his power for once.
Oh, come out full lion?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was really cool. I did like it. What they called it, like ignition or something like that.
Ooh, I got that written down. Voltage Nova is what they called his lion form.
Well, that was not really as much as lion form, but his powering up.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep. I said Voltage Nova, lion form versus blue kick, episode 6.
But yeah, because his power is Voltage Nova, and every time he said it, he powered up, and eventually once he hit the stage 5 is when you finally saw the full lion.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
His body being embraced in his flames by, like, the vision of a lion.
Right. Going back to doppelgangers and the sister pillar, how she was basically summoning those old sisters. Do you think we're going to have her showing that kind of power in the next arc? Like, that's how she's going to also battle? She's going to, like, summon
100%. Because if Haban is fighting her, she's going to use them against her.
Oh, yeah.
100%. Because it's going to be her weak spot.
Yeah, her emotions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If those two do fight, those 3 infernals of the sisters will be relevant to the fight.
Yeah.
And she'll either have to let them kill her, or she will have to put them out of her misery.
Right.
And even though she's like a total badass and doesn't give a fuck about other people, she will struggle to make that decision.
Yeah, because she actually cared about
because
them.
they're still somewhat cognitive.
Yeah, because
they were asking for help and like saying her name and everything, but at the end of the day, they're gonna end up bending to Samir's will.
Yep, that's pretty much where I was going with that too.
I did find it very interesting. We could talk about the fight between fake Godzilla and
Godzilla.
Company 4. And then what's the...
You're talking about that Shadow Scythe guy.
Yeah,
from Hajima. Yeah, we saw him in season 2 because he was the one that was trying to
take
that kid.
Take the kid and basically he's the actual masochist. He's the one that gets off on pain.
Yeah, because he said he'd rather watch him drown. He'd enjoy it more.
Yeah.
but he enjoys a paycheck, so that's the only reason he's saving him.
Yeah, he needed his summer bonus.
Hey, at least you know he's about that money and not the masochism.
Yeah, that's true. He would rather have money than watch children burn and die. So I guess that's a little bit better.
It was pretty cool to see him take out that giant. Like, he just gave some giant shadow slash and the thing blew up.
I mean, to be fair, it was pretty fucked up from everybody else.
At that point, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he did say, like, once he got on top of it, that it did take a lot of beating once he was, like, up close to it, and it was already missing an arm.
Yep. Yeah, he kind of was just
He was the final blow to it.
Yeah. But I did find it really cool that we got to see him again. He brought some just lightening of the mood because everything's super serious at this point since the war has kind of started. So it was just kind of cool to see those moments. And then that is how we got to see Fairy, which was really cool. Yeah, all in all, I thought the fake Godzilla was kind of funny to see, but nothing too crazy.
I mean, the only crazy thing that really came out of him was he tried to, like, explode a city. He had one giant blast. Did damage, but didn't kill, like, some side characters.
It did damage. It just didn't do it where the captain of the fourth was, because he can nullify the heat of the fire for a limited amount of time. So a lot of people still fucking died.
Oh, yeah. There's definitely some casualties, but
some were saved. Some.
Before we get into kind of what we're hoping for, we can spend some time talking about, I guess the finale. Like, what do we expect? What are we hoping for? Let's kind of go with that one first. What are we hoping to see? And then we can kind of say, how do we think this series is going to end? Which, I mean, I've kind of already said my idea, but we can go on that.
Yeah, we tapped on this, but let's focus in. Tyler, what are you thinking?
I still think it's going to kind of end with a cataclysm. Again, we kind of talked about it to where it's got to give birth to Soul Eater in some form.
Right.
Yeah.
I just have a feeling somehow someone's going to survive. Don't know how, don't know why. It's not, the show's just not going to end with everybody fucking dying. It's not going to work like that.
Like the first Cataclysm?
Yeah.
Where
it's like it goes off, but Shinra's able to rewind time or something like that just because of like his ability.
Cool. Maybe Iris can...
Or she prevents it. Like, it
goes off, but she kind of nullifies like the overall like cataclysmic damage to the world.
But no, like, I have a feeling something prevents it in some formal way, but it still makes a big enough impact that it changes their universe or their world.
Right. So, like, it happens, but not like 100% happens.
It doesn't wipe out all of humanity.
Right.
Yeah, we don't get what we see in Adola, where it's just black.
Yeah, I can go with that. I like the idea of it happening, but not fully happening because of Soul Eater.
Yep.
But at the same point, unless it's going to be the other way that I said earlier, where like the god died. Actually, we already confirmed in season 2 that there is no actual god. But like the pillars straight up go away and all generations just come to an absolute end with the fire abilities. Like there is no way to pass it on or have fire powers.
Another little filler that we kind of missed to talk about is on how their entire world is based off a lie.
Yeah, that was season 2 information.
So is season 3 because we found out that the rabbit was actually Raffles.
Oh yeah,
and he created the Holy Soul Church.
Yep.
Even though it was literally them the entire time.
Right.
From
I think
the very start.
Season 2 we found out that there is no actual god, but then season 3 we found out that Raffles, or the Rhoda, whatever his name is, he was
Raffles the entire time.
He was the Inferno that took over a man's body and then started the religion.
Yeah, because he was a man who had power.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then knew about Adola. So yeah, he had plenty of information to make his own religion.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there anything besides the fight between Arthur and Dragon, anything else we're hoping to see?
Hibana and Sumire, I think, is going to be another one of the biggest fights.
Is she going to go crazy?
I also have a feeling Sho flips.
Oh, definitely.
Sho flips.
Sho and Shinra battling together to fight somebody.
I have a
feeling it's going to be Haumea.
I can see that. She definitely is like
she's
essentially
brewing
the
something.
leader.
Something's going on because obviously with the whole tormenting again, like I said, maybe it's just like a room for her to let her shit out or something even bigger.
She wants to jump on his pants.
She does. But I have a feeling it's going to be those two versus just some big enemy.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we just haven't seen it yet.
Okay. I do think there's going to be a reason for Sho to kind of like, all right, yeah, I'm doing this, instead of just like trying to talk to his brother.
Yeah, because he's getting his doubts.
Yeah. And I wonder if maybe it's Sharon, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Sharon is going after him and kind of getting close to defeating Shinra. And that's when he's like, no, I don't want my brother to die or something along those lines. And he steps in.
I don't think it's Sharon, no.
Yeah,
I don't see him having enough power to stop Shinra.
Not only that, but what we saw in season 2 was that Sharon also protected the pillars.
Oh, that's
also
true.
defended Shinra from dying because Shinra's needed for the pillar to be activated.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe if Shinra's pillar becomes activated, he's no longer useful, and then they can take him out. So it can go along those lines.
Yeah, that's fair. That's completely fair. I'm very interested to know what it'll take because I feel like it's going to be something.
Yeah, maybe because Sharon has a like reflect blast kind of thing going on.
Yeah,
so
he's got like a counter.
Yeah, so if he has if he takes in giant attacks from Shinra and Sho, and then Sharon reflects all of that towards the main boss in the end, and like that's the way we end things.
All until they full use their powers, because you're not reflecting something that you're getting hit when time is frozen, nor when it's at the speed of light.
Right. So yeah, you gotta play. How do you
can't reflect what you can't see?
Or they can reflect that into anime logic, and the final boss just gets trapped in time forever, and it's time sealed or something, and then that's
somehow they time seal the cataclysm.
Yeah, right.
Something that I just thought about was, so they talk about doppelgangers. They've talked about it a lot. Is there going to be any significance in the doppelganger?
Like if they were to team up, like worlds collide and they're side by side.
Obviously, they're relevant.
They are. They have
They're
to
super
be
relevant because if you honestly, it's impossible to hear talks about who's the strongest in anime without Shinra being brought up, and you see what form Shinra's in. So there's obviously something that's got to do with doppelgangers and Shinra still.
Lance
I can't see this being a 2-core thing. I have a feeling it's going to be a 3.
I was curious if maybe this season 3 is going to be 12 episodes, and then season 4 is 24 episodes.
With the 2-core.
Yeah, it's a dual core.
Yeah, because I can't imagine this story coming to an absolute end
in 12 more episodes. I can't. If so, it's going to be so rushed.
Right.
Which, I mean, a lot happened in this episode, or in this season, but I understand what you're saying. Without spoiling Lance, because, of course, Lance, it somehow is oblivious to all the spoilers of, like, all of the shows that we watch. We are just going to bypass what Tyler was going to say. And Lance, do you have any sort of opinion about the importance of doppelgangers, or if they're just kind of a setup for kind of like getting rid of some characters and then just getting our infernals? Like, is that all their purposes?
What I see Adola as is a parallel universe.
Doppelgangers, not. I was asking strictly about the doppelgangers.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Well, Adola is where the doppelgangers...
Let them cook.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Adola is where the doppelgangers are. And then when the doppelgangers cross over and take over the human in the human world, like, that's as much as, like, I'm okay with.
Okay.
Unless we want to, like, break that barrier and have, the, like I was saying earlier, the two worlds collide and then the doppelgangers fight side by side with the humans. Or if they just straight up take over, or like they fuse together and like everybody becomes
or infernals.
Infernos plus, like they become the conscious ones that actually, maybe they don't get fully taken over, but like they just get a power up, like we see in Kaiju.
Yep.
Like when they take on suits.
Yep.
Other than that, I don't have too much to truly expect out of that. Like my first impulse is going to be that Adola is just going to get like blown away after the cataclysm gets taken care of, and doppelgangers will no longer be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't have too much more to think on that.
Okay. So yeah, you just kind of think of doppelgangers as a catalyst to Adola, essentially. Like
our doppelgangers live in Adola.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty.
Okay.
Just going with the basics at that. I really don't know too much more.
Okay.
Or think too much more.
Interesting. All right.
What about you?
I feel like they have some sort of importance because we know that every individual person has a doppelganger. So why would they bring that out specifically if there wasn't a purpose for it? If that makes sense?
Yeah.
So I have a feeling maybe it's like you said that Adola or the Great Cataclysm brings up Adola, and it's like a war between the doppelgangers and everybody else. That could be something like that, and whoever survives is essentially the world that gets to live on.
Right.
And during the original Cataclysm, Adola won. Maybe I don't know. Just because I know everything became ruin.
Maybe in a way, yeah. Because Raffles was
a doppelganger, or he was an infernal.
Right. I think they made a mention along the lines of like humans would think he was a demon.
Yep.
And that's why he took over Raffles.
Yep.
The original human Raffles. Oh, which is the doppelganger. Sure.
Essentially.
So it's a little mind bending.
It's confusing, but I feel like there's some importance to him. What it is I'm not sure.
The guy who took over Raffles wasn't a doppelganger.
That's
because
true.
he tried to take over Amaterasu but couldn't.
Correct. That's true. That is very good.
Yeah, because he found her, but was able to.
Because he tried to touch her and then she started glowing and he couldn't.
Right.
So that's when he's like, well, now I need to go find someone who has influence and power. And then he found Raffles and then took over Raffles.
Right.
Good point.
Yeah, so it's not his actual doppelganger.
I just don't think he specifically was a doppelganger. It's just he's a being from Adola.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess I'd like that to be explained in the next section.
Yeah, I the more we talk about this, there has to be another season. We can't, unlike Black Clover, where they say the next season's the last one, this one has to be. My dumbass dog is trying to lay against my posters. Can you not?
Fire Force Season 3, there is a Part 2, January 2026.
All right, maybe they're Fire Force, or Dr. Stoning it, where there's like Part 2, Part 3, Part 4, or whatever they're calling it.
Could. Stone's going to be the 3 core, but
yeah.
Hopefully this turns into a 3 core.
The final season is expected to contain a total of 48 to 52 episodes.
So we're talking 4 core?
They're saying it is a 2-part season. That's what the AI overview is saying, is that it's the 3rd season is split into 2 parts. Final season is expected to contain a total of 48 to 52 episodes.
So I wonder if they're doing split core where it's 12 episodes, pause, 12 episodes, pause, 12 episodes, pause, 16 episodes.
We're going to start turning into some Attack on Titan bullshit here.
I was going to say One Piece, where it's like, all right, here's a batch of episodes, and here's a batch of episodes, and here's the conclusion.
Yeah, it could.
That'd be very interesting. I know it's unusual, but we'll have to wait and see. We obviously know that it is not coming out next season, or even maybe the following season, but obviously not the next season.
Yeah, so we're going to have, from this time of recording, about half a year.
Give or take. That'll be very interesting. As far as what I'm expecting in season 2, I think it's just going to be the Great War, the Cataclysm, and then the conclusion of the series, I think is what's going to happen. Whatever happens with the Cataclysm, I kind of like what you guys are saying, where it's somehow it gets contained, but it still happens.
Right.
And then that's how we get into Soul Eater. I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's very interesting. That's very cool. Makes a lot of sense. I feel like that's what's going to end up happening. The more I think about it, the more I'm getting persuaded.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Cataclysm happen.
Yeah.
And then the 8th pillar makes a barrier and protects everyone else. And then Soul Eater starts over from there. I'm going to say that without spoiling much more. But
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
That's my finale.
Okay. Interesting. Tyler, you have anything else you want to talk about? Lance?
No.
Good. All right. Well, that is all we have for, I was going to say Soul Eater, but definitely not.
Soul Force. Fire Eater 2.
Yes, Fire Force Season 3. Please stick around because Lance has a Pokemon quiz for us, which maybe Tyler could be helpful again like last time.
Okay, fuck you. I tried my hardest.
I was being serious. Come
I
on.
thought you were going to diss me. So I was like, hold up. I helped.
Tyler got defensive before he even said anything.
It's childhood abuse.
Apparently, I'm not allowed to take a breath anymore. Damn.
Get your point out quicker.
All right, so we're going to jump into Gen 3.
Oh, no.
Because I know Tyler likes Gen 3, so I went this route. Question number 1. What color is Plusle?
There's only 2 colors, so...
Plutzel's red.
All right, I'm going to go blue just so we have to be right.
You guys take both ends. Okay. Plusle is the red one.
All right, way to go us.
Minin is the blue one.
Correct. All right, so we got Tyler 1, Matt 0.
Nope. This is a
As a
group effort.
collective?
This is a group effort.
So it's a 50-50. You're going to win anyway. All right, question number 2. How many different forms does Deoxys have?
Ah, god damn. Do we want to talk about it?
4.
Yeah,
So-
talk about it.
So we have speed, we have defense, we have
Attacking his base.
attack and base. Yeah, we'll go with 4.
All right. The answer is...
7.
No, you guys are correct.
Yes. Way to go, us.
You had to think about it, and I knew that shit on the spot.
There you go.
I'll be honest, when I played the game, I didn't even know it existed.
I didn't even catch Deoxys or Jirachi. I'm like, shit, that's a thing? You can do that?
I didn't know it existed until Pokemon Go. I'm like, where did this come from? And they're like, Gen 3. I'm like, no,
I
didn't.
knew he was in the game because when you go to
His
the
forms?
space, like, yeah, when you go to the space station, they're inside the space station of pictures of him in that form.
I was like 12.
I just never knew.
I don't-
It's just anytime I looked it up when I was a kid, they're like, oh, you need this from an event. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to go fucking do some like real life events and shit for Deoxys. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, I know he's got his speed. And then he's got attack, which is a generalization of both special and normal. And then same with defense. And then he's just got his base form.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's correct.
So 2-0 for us, but 2-0 for me.
I would have gotten that one.
Yeah, I was just a little faster on it.
That's a lot faster.
All right. Now the hard one, the evolution question.
Bullshit.
What level does Whalmer evolve at?
That was the only one that was like the one good. Honestly, I liked it because it was just like, this thing is huge.
This thing is a tank.
I got 2 guesses, and I'm probably way the fuck off. I'm going to guess 36 or 42.
Okay, Matt?
Are you going to give him 2 or...
Here, I'll go 36. You take a guess. If we're both wrong, we'll do it again, and I'm doing 42.
Well, I was
Swear
actually...
to God, you say 42 for your first guess, I'm going to punch you in the throat.
I was thinking 42 to begin with. That was actually the number I was thinking.
All
Was
right,
42.
fine. I'll say 36. He's going to say 42. I have a feeling we're wrong. I have a feeling that might be too high.
No,
But with
'cause-
it being that big of an evolution in a single stage, I have a feeling it's in the later levels. I don't think it breaks 50.
No, it
Could be
doesn't
wrong,
break 50.
But I have a feeling it's like 36, 38, or 42.
Somewhere around there. All right. Yeah, I'm thinking 42. Tyler said 36.
Okay. You're
Wrong.
both wrong.
Dick.
But I like the idea of a second guess, so let's go for that.
Ooh.
36 and 42 are both wrong.
Are we too high or too low?
I can't
Or
say.
ballpark?
No.
We batting close.
All right, I'm going to guess 32.
Fuck it. We're going to go 47.
Interesting. A little bit odd. All right. You guys are both wrong again.
I figured so.
All right. You want to know what's really funny to me? Is that you said 36, 38,
It was 38,
42. It was 40.
Was it really? Yeah,
You straight up
up by
skipped
2,
40.
up by 2, up by 4. Fuck. I knew it was higher though. So
Yeah.
I knew it was in the upper 30s to lower 40s. But then I should have just said fucking like 40. But no, I was like 47.
Should have kept with your compounding. Nope. Yep. Right there at 40.
I do remember it taking a while, but you also didn't get it until later.
Yeah, you already got it when he was level 36, 37 to 40 something anyways, because you got him around the last town.
No, you got him before that because you
Or
needed...
no, it was around the 6th gym, wasn't it?
Been a minute.
I
think
can't
it was-
remember. It's because it's where you can first start catching them when you get to the area where Team Magma or Team Aqua, whatever fucking version you got, runs away in the sub.
I think it was like the 5th gym
It's after Surf.
because you needed like waterfall and dive and all those other ones. Because I remember using that. I was like, This is the perfect one for waterfall.
I think you're right.
dive.
I think it's after 5th, but before 6th, because I think you can learn or you can use waterfall after the 5th gym.
Correct. I'm pretty sure.
We're both probably fucking wrong on that, but it sounds right.
Man, it's been a handful of years. Now I want to replay Gen 3.
Yeah, Gen 3 was the last one.
I do want to go back through and play all of them. I'm just too afraid to download emulators on my computer.
I got you.
They're safe enough now.
Yeah, they're not too bad.
So I download the wrong one and I got Pikachu porn on my computer.
No, you got the right one.
Pikachu.
All right, but yeah, that's my Pokemon quiz for today. So thank you everybody for listening. My guest did a good job today, so
Yep.
Good job to you guys, and hopefully our listeners got 100% on this one.
If you did, you're a fucking nerd. Touch grass. Kidding, we love you.
Yeah, please let us know. For anybody who has listened this far, tell us, how did you do on the Pokemon quiz? I'm very interested to know if you did better than us or worse. I feel like most people are going to do about the same.
Yeah, about pretty much.
And that is everything we have for this episode. Please make sure to check out the Anime Show on Facebook and Instagram. Also, check out Lance and I in D&D Noobs. Lance is the dungeon master with some friends of ours, and we are going through some campaigns in D&D. It's a fun time. You can check that out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Again, that's D&D Noobs, Noobz. Please subscribe to this podcast as well. Drop a like and let us know, what did you think of Fire Force? Was it worth the wait of the 4 years? And how did you do on the Pokemon quiz? Have a good one, everyone.
Later, guys.
Bye.